The Mario Kart series. Truly games that anyone can pick up and play. From its conception on the SNES, that definitely aged well, to its top-selling game on the Switch overall. No, seriously, Mario Kart is a game that is great to have at parties or just play alone. Every single entry has been a blast, no matter what's debated. Even the arcade looks fun. Truly a series with absolutely no awful and criticized entry. Oh. Wow, I forgot phones existed. Mario Kart Tour is a game that has its fans, but mostly critics. Released on September 25th, 2019, the game was one of the most wayward and left field from the karts of Mario, with gameplay looking like this at the time. Scary stuff, I know. With its weird gameplay and monetization up to your armpits, it's not great. With the game now dead and cycling through tours, it's definitely now worth properly analyzing. While I could go on about its history or why the game is stinky, I'm gonna do it from my personal experience, recollection, and opinion because it's 100% valid. Hey! I'm also going to explain why, even after its halt of content, I'm still playing this Tour of Greed. If you're taking a dive into my abundance of videos right now, you'll notice I made a lot of Mario Kart Tour content, back when I thought it was a good idea. So since I played this dang thing so much, and embarrassed myself making videos on it, why not talk about my history with this quirky mobile entry? Although I could probably get more views sitting in an actual dumpster fire. But hey, let's go waste the money on digital items. Mamma mia. I remember seeing classmates in school play this game when it first came out, showing their progress to other folks. It was cool to see Mario Kart on mobile, and since Mario Run cost money to play the whole game, this game looked completely worth checking out, and boy did I want to check. So I downloaded the app, eager to check it out, and was greeted with this. Yeah, you needed a Nintendo account to even play this. Now, of course, being a Nintendo guy, I had an account, which I don't remember the password for, so I made a new one! This kind of caused me to miss the first tour, the New York tour, but that's okay, a bit of a late start with the Tokyo tour, that's fine. Aside from missing the spotlight items. Oh, that's right! This is one of those games. Remember the customizer in Mario Kart 8? Well, take that and have it affect the gameplay more than necessary, and monetize it. See, every driver, kart, and glider fall in 3 tiers of rarity point worth. And that comes with 3 more tiers of power for every track. For example, if a driver is up here, they get 3 items for every box. Ooh! What if they're down here? You might as well be praying after only getting 1 coin. So the first character I got was good old Little Toadies that I pulled from the pipe. Loot boxes. They were basically loot boxes. And boy were they everywhere. They locked everything behind either a paywall or plain old luck. Now they do get pretty generous at first and let you pull stuff for basically free. Getting a bunch of new stuff was cool because you had nothing. Oh boy, something! Then the only way you were getting stuff was from a pipe, the daily selected coins, or just buying them with money. Now, who would spend money on a mobile game? Oh, of course. Now, with the little I had, I made an okay start, but there weren't many high-ends at the time, and getting stuff was usually easy. I remember Dry Bowser being my first high-end, the Skeletal Koopa being my first powerhouse of platinum. He's doing quite well, by the way, thanks for asking. But as the tours continued and I rose the ranks, it was a bit tough getting by. I was scraping together 45 rubies each time just to get literal duplicate garbage. Speaking of duplicates, sometimes they'll make a palette swap of a cart and treat it like it's special. This is different from this. The ranking competition was definitely not getting easier. Freaking pay to win. So around the Vancouver tour, I made the mistake of buying a package for about 40 smackaroos. I know what I said! Can you blame me? It's rough being a free-to-player. And tour was no different. And let me tell you, the investment was not worth it. I got them both only many tours later. That wouldn't be the only time I needed a bit of help. Literally not long after, during the Baby Rosa and Hammer Bro tour. I used the Gold Pass free trial. I was desperate at the time, okay? And look at Buster Waluigi, he's so swag! I'm deeply ashamed of myself for submitting even a dime. But hey! Stuff? You can pretty much bet my luck continued to get iffy as the tours went on. Rank cups were a pain to grind on, let me tell you. Here's a bit of advice. Coin Frenzy. They give out the most points, but are hard to get, especially with low-leveled characters. So getting 2 of them in one race could really max out your score, if you don't fluff up anything else. Just the life of a free-to-player. Shut up! Aside from daily rewards or occasional gifts, there's no rubies in here! Rubies seemed like a scarce resource, making items hard to get. Until the event tokens arrived. The sweet green. With these babies, you could get some neat stuff like coins, pipe pulls, rubies? Yeah, event tokens were an excellent addition, but the team rallies made it a bit annoying. Team rallies are like war, but without the guns. You pick the favorite character, the favorite, not your favorite, and watch as you feel like you're the only one doing all the work. Collect team tokens and the team with the most gets rubies? Now, you can only get tokens with drivers from your team. You can't collect the other side's tokens, which can be frustrating when the best driver of the race is on the other side, since they work like normal tokens and give out better prices. You'd of course have to grind for them specifically. This is such a good gameplay cycle. Now, it was around the time of the Mario Tour that my little pea brain thought recording me playing was a good idea. And just by looking at the playlist, you can just tell how often I got new high-end drivers. Not very often, but it happens. I get lucky. I'm still cool. But from this footage, you can see that I'm a very skilled player. How do you fare in multiplayer? Shush! I was getting to that. When online multiplayer was finally released, I was truly a beast on the track. Just look at these stats. Ignore that. I haven't actually played battle mode online. Or any online recently. Missing out on room! When battle mode was announced, I was really quite surprised. I wasn't sure how that would play out, because you go forward automatically, but I think it played out quite well. It's just balloon battle, but you can't stop. I'm certainly bursting their balloons like a bully at a birthday party. The thing about online Mario Kart Tour play is that there are problems when it comes to glitches. And I think this would sound familiar if you played Mario Kart 8. Hits not counting. Happened so many times, it's frustrating. And sometimes I'm lucky enough that some hits don't count against me, but it's rare. Funny how you stay in S even after you end the gold subscription. So I may have stopped uploading tour stuff after the second Los Angeles tour, but I didn't stop playing. And during that time is when I believed to be the best update in the game. No more pipes! Hooray! I haven't missed you since! Well, not entirely. They still exist as rewards and a token shop item, but that's basically free at this point. Gold pipes. Instead of wasting rubies on a shot in the dark for a single item, you can now hoard them until something good comes up in the spotlight shop. Truly a very nice change. I genuinely didn't think it would happen. Makes the game seem less greedy. Rubies aren't any cheaper still. With that change made, I was always on the grind. Never stopped for anything. Until the Princess store. I was, as you could say, burnt out from the game. Plus, it was summer where I wanted to play console games, not mobile. But even after, I never came back around to playing it. Until the 2023 holiday tour. I was bored, okay? So I decided to come back even after the game stopped making new content. Big deal. At least now there is a chance I can get everything. And once I came back, the tour addiction was back on full swing. The game was nice enough to give me a bunch of resources for coming back. I'm swimming in rubies! There really is just something about collecting all this cool looking stuff and trying them out, especially with the special items they came with. Pills? It really is an addiction. I'm still playing on the current tour as we speak, and I probably will continue to play Tour for life. God, I hope not. I, at the very least, want to get Wiggler, the last unique character I don't have. Hopefully I do, because I'm holding out just for him to show up one day in the Spotlight shop. He'll come one day. Overall, I'd say my experience with Tour was surprisingly fun. What am I saying? Look, Tour is a horrible Mario Kart game. It is a good mobile game, compared to most cringe out there. And even though it is kinda dead, I hope it still stays around for a long time. Who knows, we might get new content. God, I hope not. If you need a game to waste time on the bus, I definitely recommend it. Especially with this gacha mechanics finally gone. And for those who are still playing, here's my friend code. Please, I need to know if I'm not alone! Honestly, I really hope they bring some of this stuff to an actual Mario Kart game. This game has some pretty cool kart and character designs. They made a Boiger kart. The new items they made were interesting too. I especially want the Ice Flower and Hammer to come to a new game. Not the coin box. It's useless in that case. I neglected to speak upon tracks because there's just so many. The city courses were nice looking, but a little bland. And a lot of the retro tracks brought back or even remixed, which is pretty cool. That's basically a loose history of the game. I remember when people hated on it back when it was still fresh, and never really came back to it. Not like it's actually good anyway. You can play landscape mode! But now its story has a beginning and an end. And as for me, I'll now go back to making more Mario Kart Tour videos as a career. Oh. Oh well, back to the dumpster fire!